YouTube's becoming the mainstream platform for media, replacing TV. It's past a year ago Netflix and Disney in terms of watch time. So YouTube is the thing where most people go and watch their content. Now, how is this changing advertisement? How is this changing branding? I have a few opinions, so I took the license to write 7 predictions on how these might change branding. And to challenge or back up these predictions, I have Melinda Lipsey, who is a smart person, brand strategist, and will ground this conversation and make sure that we're not just here talking bullshit.
I can do that.
Let's start with the first prediction. YouTube will make available multi-language features for every creator. The possibility to create different audio tracks for their videos, meaning that they can have one video in multiple languages.
I did not know this, actually.
You didn't know that?
No.
For example, MrBeast had MrBeast Spanish, MrBeast Portuguese. YouTube enabled this feature for him. So what happened is he stopped posting on those channels, made a video saying, hey, now all these different videos are going to be on the main channel. And I think that's one of the reasons why he went from 100 million subscribers to 200 million subscribers in just 1 year.
Jeez.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know any of that. This is an educational and predictions show.
We start with educations. We go crazy with predictions. This is going to be huge for brands.
Like if they have that ability, is it just as easy as closed captioning that you choose a different language?
It works like DVDs in the past. So you know how like when you were burning a DVD, you could have like the video and then have different audio tracks?
Yeah.
You still need to produce those audio tracks. So it's not that simple.
Got it.
But it might be if AI gets to a place where like we can automate that, which I think it will happen in a year or two.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something that like small brands should be worried about just now, but I think it's something that it's a massive opportunity for those brands that do have the resources to at least dub the videos in those languages, or maybe use AI to do that. For a tutorial or for a how-to video, which most brands, this is what they do, I think that's a super valid thing. Like you don't need it to be super precise or like, you know what I mean? It's just...
Yeah. Okay, I can get on board with
the first
this
one.
prediction.
Okay, you get... Okay.
I don't have big pushback on that one.
Prediction number 2. Journal creators are gonna make a few brands go viral this year. Okay, let's pause right here for a second because I want to give you a little bit of a behind the scenes on how I made this video. So you see, every time I bring guests to my videos like this one, I use a tool called Riverside to record the conversation. The reason why I've been using it for over a year now actually is that it records high quality video locally on our devices, which means if the connection starts breaking up, I'm good. But what's really cool about it is that they keep adding new features, things like audio transcripts that I can modify and edit my videos in real time. Magic clips that will use AI to find interesting moments on my conversations, and auto generate clips with captions that are ready to publish. And one of my favorites, AI notes that will summarize all my content and even generate chapters for YouTube. I mean, these are all time-saving features for content creation, but it has also transformed the way I work with clients for meetings and also for user research when I'm doing brand strategy or stuff like that. So I'm super happy that I was able to partner with them for this video and make it easier for you to get started. They gave me a 15% off discount, and all you need to do is click on the link below in the description and use my code AlexAntolino when you sign up. Give it a try, tell me how it goes, and now let's go back to the video. What is a journal creator? I don't know if you've seen on Instagram or TikTok or Reels, those creators that are building things and then they make weekly videos or daily videos on their process.
Yes, I didn't know. Is this like a new trend now? Because I feel like this is something that people have been doing.
This is just a name that I made up to write before this video.
I was like, because that's what I was wondering. Is this a thing? You said it with such confidence.
Yeah, it is a thing now. Welcome. It's like a daily vlog, but focused on like how they build their products. Brandino Wang, the owner of Blank Studios, all he does is promote his products and is super engaging, pleasant to watch. This is what I call like a journal creator. I've seen other brands do that. This is a super valid strategy for like every small brand to like just hire a creator and have them do that. For example, Lucky Egg, it's a board game design company. I think based in the UK, they hired a creator, I think about a year ago. They were at 80K and he made a really fun video about like, hey, if we reach 100K, he's gonna get a tattoo of my choice. And if we don't, I'm going to get a tattoo of his choice.
True.
And I think now they're like 250 in like 2 weeks because that video got like 6 million views.
It's just gaining more attention, right? Like doing things to gain more attention. I'm interested to see what happens there. But someone like that, if you had someone like that on your team, oh my gosh, for a brand.
Exactly. Which leads to my third prediction. I think more and more companies, especially small businesses, are gonna start hiring creators as their first creative professional in the team to run the creative of the brand before hiring a designer. It's way easier to replicate design with the templates that we have available with all these tools like Canva, Squarespace. Like, I'm not saying that the job of a designer is not important. I'm just saying that for small businesses, it's easier to get those resources somewhere else versus storytelling and video content creation that have a massive impact at the very early stages of a company when it comes to brand reach, brand awareness, reach, and go-to-market. I'm super bullish on this. I think if you're a creator, you're more likely to have a job early on your career, if you're good, than a designer in this year, but also in the next 5 years. I think this is gonna increase.
I hope more small businesses hear this. I like this prediction a lot because the main thing that those businesses need is the reach, is the attention, or the people coming in the door and buying their thing. Because as they start growing and more people know about them, then they can reinvest that money back into building their brand and scaling.
So it feels like it's reversed from before, where like you would have a full-time designer on your team because you needed the way to communicate was design, whether that's on like printed media, packaging, websites and whatnot. And then you would hire the film crew for like that one day that you need to make a video. I feel like this is reversed now, where you will have a content creator full-time, if possible, making videos nonstop to grow your reach. And then you might hire a designer or a small design crew or agency for that moment where you need to rethink your brand identity, create your website, and like those one-off moments, and then maybe just have someone that can look like once a month or something like that.
Man, I would be really interested to actually follow a business that was like, okay, I'm into this, let's do it, and see what happens during the year.
We'll follow a little reality show of a business that there. So if you're watching this and you have a creator, you don't have a designer, hit me up, leave a comment, and we'll get in touch.
I like this one.
Creators will have to be offered equity on these companies as the face of their brands. So these companies have more leverage than just a salary to retain them on their jobs. Imagine Duolingo, the owl, was a creator. At some point, I guess as a creator, especially if you're young and you have figured out the cheat code to like make these viral videos, I think you might be very tempted to like quit your job, especially if you're young or like entry position, and like go do your stuff because you see the numbers, you see the views, and you think, I can do this. I feel like there's gonna have to be a way for these companies to be able to have some more control over these creators deciding to leave or not.
It's an interesting prediction. I can totally see that happening. They did not have a following. They didn't have anything that went viral yet. Worked at a brand, learned, went viral there, and then wanted to break off on their own.
I think equity is a big way to retain those creators. And I'm not talking about brand deals. I'm talking about full-time employees that are creating content on regular basis, weekly basis. Maybe it's short form, maybe it's long form, and that represent your brand with their face.
As you're talking, I'm seeing a pattern of this whole creator working with the brand works really well for smaller companies.
Oh, yeah.
Because the larger ones are probably not going to be as open to the explorations, to the creativity, the innovation that comes with this. So it sounds like this is almost something that could get small businesses on the map where they haven't been before.
Correct. Yeah. That's how I think about it. It works for all the companies, like Jake from State Farm. Like, it's a great example of a massive company that's been represented by a creator. HubSpot is doing this with their marketing channel. They hired 3-4 creators making content regularly for them.
Yeah, and I could see where it's more incentivized too for the creator at a smaller business if there's a potential of equity involved. Because of course they're not going to get that if they're at a larger company. Like, no larger company is going to do that. But as a smaller one that's about to grow, and if that creator is involved in helping them grow, it's a win-win for both.
There's this company called Zeus Network. Don't ask me why I am aware of this company, but it's a Netflix for really trashy reality shows. And so what they did, I was reading about this morning. I thought it was very interesting. What they did was to give equity to the creators, to the faces of the main shows they have. So they stay, they make another season, and I'm assuming so they have less dependency on those faces, which overall sends a message to me. Is like, your face is important, and if you're using it, you should cash on it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. This is the message to all the.
That's a message. Just cash on your face, baby.
Okay.
There's going to be more and more situations in which not necessarily the top creators like the Mr. Beast of the world, but those creator middle class, like those creators with like 100,000 subscribers. I think these people might be likely to join big companies or medium companies as creative directors to run their creative teams. Because that intel on how to create engagement, those skills on how to generate attention, retain attention, package content. I've seen some creators like Charlie Marie. She's a designer and a YouTuber that a few years ago took on the creative director role at ConvertKit. I think this year and the next years to come, more and more creators that, they had their moment and like making content, they have some sort of process, will get excited about maybe exploring the corporate universe and jump and take these roles where you have financial stability and the opportunity to have a bunch of resources to do things and run a team.
I could see that. I also think it's nice that, because her portfolio, in a sense, is her audience that she's built and the videos that she's made, and it shows what she's capable of. So I feel like it's less risk for the business that's hiring, because they see, well, look what she's already done. We don't have to worry that she can't do this because she's already done this.
That's a really good point. Not just their portfolio, but also you can tell if there's a culture fit or not because you've seen their content. Yeah. So you get a sense of who they are, their personality, their priorities.
Yeah, you have years of proof of what that person's like and who they end up attracting because if it's the same type of people.
Okay, so last prediction, and we're gonna wrap it up here. I see a lot of creators downsizing, especially, I guess, because of recession and like brand deals have been smaller these last year or 2 years. And some of them are doing it because they don't enjoy, not just maybe because they're not making that much money, but because they don't enjoy the process of running a team. So I think, and I've seen this like around LinkedIn, and I think this is going to be also big this year, people hiring these operation roles or traditional creative directors to run their team, because these people know how to create the content, but they necessarily don't need to know how to manage people, run team, define processes. So I think this is going to be a good one if you are on one of those roles and you want to explore the creator economy. You might have the opportunity to jump on a creator team with that role.
What I like about all of your predictions is it opens up opportunities for brands, small businesses, creators, whether creators wanting to go into the corporate world and explore opportunities there, or maybe go off on their own and be retained by a small business through equity, and then creators who want to just stay creators, or people who might fit more in the director role. So what's really cool about all of these predictions is it opens up opportunities all around for everyone, which is really exciting to see.
I love that you see it this way. I wasn't sure if you were gonna roast all my predictions, but I love that you also see it with this, not this time, this positive light, because like I do think there is massive opportunity and growth for like creators and brands growing together. So that's a bit what I'm trying to do. but because I believe in this so much. So if you are interested in this and you're watching this video, subscribe to this channel because we're going to be putting a lot more videos like this. And I would recommend you watch this video right here where Dot Lang explains the relationships between brands and creators and how they can help each other.